Yo, yo, yo! What's up? How y'all doing, chat? It is time. We're going back to Red Deer for the first time in a while. Per request by Nate, Mr. Big Rig. He was wanting to see this, so we decided we would do another Red Deer grind. There we go. Now, if you guys are not familiar with our kill count for Red Deer, we're at 165 on this grind. That was the kill count we were at when we swapped over from Red Deer to other great ones last. Which I believe... Oh, and it did that bug. Yay! I love the bug where you get in the tree stand and it spooks everything. Oh, gosh, and now Steam's down. Well, that's fun, chat. It's requested by Nate, Ronnie. And also, I still need a super rare melanistic. That's like my ultimate reason for still going back to Red Deer. Yeah, I saw that about Ozzy. That's sad, man. Crazy. He was relatively old, though, so I mean, at least he lived to 76. Some people don't even make it to 70. Just crazy, though. No, I wouldn't worry about it, Mr. Outsider. That just means that Steam is down or whatever platform you play on is having like issues. I haven't actually seen anything bad happen because of it. Holy, that's 3. Gavin, thank you for the super chat, dude. Hey, Crow, I got my first great one fallow at 1257 harvest and second one at 46 right after. Let's go. That's insanity. Love to see those crazy numbers. Dang, man. So we killed 5. This is always the trouble with this zone. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to hit that. Let's see. Is there any others that didn't sprint off? Yeah. 6 kills. Beautiful. Okay. Definitely nowhere near what we were hoping for, but I'll take the 6 kills. Just watched Season 3 and Season 4 of The Great One Before Level 60. Loved watching them. Nice, dude. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Glad you enjoyed it, man. Let me change something with my chat real quick. Okay, there we go. We need to ATV out. Ronnie, thank you for the super chat, dude. Really appreciate it. Money. I mean, man, what a truthful super chat. You're right, that is money. Oh, nice, Undercall the Wild Jack. I don't really watch any sports outside of football, so... And by football, I mean like NFL and college football. So I had no idea. Dude, it kind of feels good to be back with Red Deer. I haven't shot some Red Deer in ages. How many kills? 171 in this grind currently. Yo, what up, Turtle? Who's your favorite team? For NFL, the Patriots. For college, the Oregon Ducks. Awesome, Gagey boy. Appreciate that, dude. About 2,000 to my fallow grind with about 40 diamonds, 1 super rare, my first ever super rare, and 6 rares. Nice, Leon. That's awesome. Sounds like you're having some amazing luck. Hopefully that great one will show up too, though. But I mean, a super rare in 2,000 kills? That's pretty crazy. How do you get great ones? By shooting the males repeatedly until one respawns as a great one. We got lots of little baby red deer over here. And a couple that we can shoot. Let's see one that we can shoot for sure. Maybe it is just one. Dude, it's been so long since I've shot red deer. It's so crazy to see, like, the difference between this grind and, like, the mule deer grind and the pheasant grind. Like, all the grinds in Call of the Wild have so many, like, differences to where, like, every experience is different. I love it. OG Crisp, thank you for the super chat, dude. Much appreciated. Oh, you stinky red deer. Stop taking my tents down. Gosh. They're so mean. Thank you, Polaris Kid. Yo, what's up, Jenna? How you doing? How you doing? You like the Eagles? I'd say they're top 5 for me. You make great one grinding sound so easy. I mean, it's not easy. It's easy once you get set up, like, super well, but definitely not easy at first. I get what you mean, though, since I said you just shoot the males repeatedly. But it's true. Grinding at its, like, most basic form is just shoot the males until you get good ones to respawn. That's really all it comes down to. Well, I've been good, Tig. I've been good. Have you tried Fishing Planet? Yes, I've played a few hundred hours of Fishing Planet. If you want to see Scarecrow Fishing Planet content, check out my third channel, Scarecrow the Angler. That's where all my Fishing Planet content is. I haven't posted there in a little while, but I think I've got at least 10 videos on Fishing Planet. And I do plan to do more on there. I just haven't been able to find the time to get into that new map. Eventually, I do want to buy the DLC to access the new map on Fishing Planet, though. Because it does seem like a very fun experience. Holy, Buckshot with the super chat. Thank you, dude. And Colby with the super chat. Holy. Guys are amazing. Ooh. Smoked. That was nasty. Baseball, thank you for the 100 bits, dude. Really appreciate it. Hope you're doing amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so now I believe we check this zone next. Trying to remember my, like, rotation that I always did on this map for my red deer. How many kills do you have in this grind? 174. Before returning, we were at, like, 165. And since returning to the grind, we've killed, you know, another 9. It has been months since we've shot red deer, so I can't even remember, like, what the last trophies we got on this grind were. I mean, our diamond rate has been really good for this grind. It's 14 diamonds in 174 kills. That's almost a 1 in 10 ratio, which is insane. I think red deer is our most herd managed species at the moment. By a long shot, actually. These guys are super managed. Managed beyond belief, man. How many Great One Red Deer do you have? I believe I have 15. Yeah, I've got 15 Great One Red Deer. Red Deer is actually one of those Great Ones that I think I've grinded the most. I have almost 27,000 total kills on Red Deer to get those 15 Red Deer Great Ones. We were going crazy with red deer for a while. If you guys remember, it was one of the first, like... Actually, it was the first great one we ever heard managed. And unfortunately, back then, we had incredibly bad luck with the kill counts. I think we had, like, 2 grinds in a row that were 3,000. Then we had 2 that were over 6,000. We started out very rough with red deer a few years ago. And then the recent red deer grinds have been a lot better. I think that just has to do with us, like, learning more about grinding over time and just getting better at herd managing. What's your favorite red deer rare? I would say probably the melanistic. The melanistic's just incredible looking. Okay, these are all 5s that we had left here. Wait. We didn't have 4 here, I don't think. Did we have 4 level 5s here, dude? I don't remember. I don't think we did. That seems new. But I don't want to shoot it just in case because I can't remember. If I remember to, I'm going to go back and look at our last red deer grind that we did. Like the last stream where we hunted red deer. And try to figure out if there was a 5 there. Oh, hey, these guys came back. I also went to the wrong spot. I was supposed to go down here next. Oh, well. We'll shoot these guys that came back here. Is there a time schedule for the maps when the prices go down? No set schedule, but usually it's during... Oh, legendary. Usually it's either during updates or... What's the other time? Updates or like big Steam sales, like the summer sale, the fall sale, etc. Consoles are way less predictable. Consoles don't get nearly as many discounts for Call of the Wild. Here we go. Okay, 6 in total. Let's go. Red deer mule kick. Yeah, it's beautiful, Ronnie. It's so beautiful. I think pretty much every animal does the mule kick now. Or at least the majority of, like, deer do. Which I guess that would make sense that deer would be the ones that do the mule kick. And deer-adjacent species. It's definitely a step up from what they used to do. That's for sure. Okay, yeah, they're all dead. Nice. What's up, Garrett? How's it going? Finally back on the bear grind after 2 months of vacation? Nice, dude. Nice. Can you do a collab with Lady Legend? I'm sure at some point we'll do another one. I'm on console, don't want to pay €7 for a map. Understandable, man. The thing is, you can still play the maps even if you don't buy them. I don't know if you knew it, but as long as you have, like, you know, online services for whatever console you're on, whether it be Xbox Live or the PlayStation Network, as long as you have, like, internet access, you can join multiplayer on maps that you do not own, and you'll still be able to play it as long as one person in that session owns the map. So it can be a nice way to be able to play other maps that you don't own. Oh, PS5, they're on sale right now. Holy. Well, there you go. If you're on PS5, they're on sale right now. Oh, and also, the older the map is, usually the better the discounts are going to be. Obviously, like, a freshly released map is never going to get, like, a 70% discount within the first, like, year of it being out, because obviously they want to be able to keep the profits up for, like, their newer releases. And if they put it on sale super early, then, you know, it wouldn't make a lot of sense. That's another thing to keep in mind. Newer DLCs will never get as big of discounts as older DLCs. Oh, nice, Slept Dead. That's good. That's good value right there. 11 DLCs for $35 ain't bad. What's your favorite super rare trophy? Man, I don't even know at this point. Like, it's really tough to choose because I really love that mule deer we got the other day. But my albino big rack red deer is also one of my favorite super rares. So I don't know. So hard to choose, man. Kyle, thank you for the 100 bits, dude. Really appreciate it. Hey, Crow, do you remember what Zine you showed Brewster? Wait. What Zine? Are you talking about... I'm assuming that's a typo. Are you talking about, like, what spot? Oh, zone. Oh, it's this one right here. It's the one I'm actually in currently. This one's amazing. Also, RIP my tree stand. The beavers done yeeted it, bro. How Dare they? I don't even think I've got it in this loadout. I need to put the tree stand in here. There we go. Now we can plop her up. Tempted to put another one there just in case. In fact, I think I will. Yeah, I saw Thunderman. It's unfortunate. He was getting pretty old, though, so it's not necessarily surprising. But it is unfortunate. What the beaver's doing up there, that's what I'm saying, man. How's it going, lurking moderator? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, it's always the dang beavers. Ken, thank you for the 100 bits, dude. Favorite non-great one to hunt? It's got to be the tigers. The tigers are just too much fun. Love me some tiger hunting. All right, we got 4 here. There's not going to be a ton of respawns because we literally just killed some here on that last run. They should have done a tiger over the Great One Tar. That would have been pretty insane. But would anybody ever get it? Like, if there was a Great One Tiger, how many people would actually find it with, like, how slow hunting tigers is? Like, it would be a great one you probably, like, would never see. But who knows? That could actually be kind of cool, I suppose. Having one that's just so rare that barely anybody ever gets it. Are you going to do a fallow grind? Hard to say. Probably not today because we're set up for red deer now. And I'm not going to set up fallow on a different map. What gun is that? That's the 300 AR. iBuy wouldn't even get one. I wouldn't say that necessarily. I'm sure iBuy would. Great One Turkey would be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. I like the tar. I don't know why people don't like them. The only reason people don't like them is because they're really tough to set up for. They're a lot easier now that Aotearoa has tar. But it used to be that they were almost impossible to set up for. Like the first month of the tar being a thing, it was much easier to set up for because you could spawn directly on top of animals and they wouldn't spook off. But then they fixed that bug, and after that, tar hunting became very difficult for anybody that wasn't already set up. I'm very happy that I went for the tar great one immediately and got set up before they fixed that bug. But, like, if you didn't set up during that time, Sunderpat and tar is brutal to set up for. And so a lot of people really despised going for tar until... Ooh, that's a diamond. Until they added the tar to Aotearoa. Now it's a lot more obtainable, but still very difficult compared to other great ones, I would say. Kent, thank you for another 100 bits. Holy. Absolute freaking legend, bro. Appreciate that. Smoked him. Buddy got smoked. Oh, yeah, that's a beautiful level 9. You gonna do any stacking on this grind? I mean, I don't need to stack. This grind is already done. I herd managed this grind a long time ago. We're herd managed to the point where we get a diamond like every 10 to 15 kills. This is an older grind that we're returning to. We already set up and herd managed this map like, what was it, 6 to 8 months ago? Maybe a year at this point. I am terrible at telling like time frames, so... It's been, like, definitely more than 6 months ago we set up Red Deer, though. We're just returning to it. Casey Kid? I think that's it. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Did you not get your 5 Great One Mule Deer? What do you mean? I've got 8 Great One Mule Deer. All right, nothing over here. Any tips for finding diamonds? Well, if you want to get like a lot of diamonds of the same species, herd management's a great option. Got tons of guides on the YouTube channel. if you want to get like a bunch of different species of diamonds and you don't really care too much about like what species it is, I would recommend going into multiplayer and just hunting for whatever animal is drinking at that current time. Just go to the bodies of water and, you know, hunt for whatever animals are drinking at that time. And once you've checked all the good spots, go to a different server and then do the same thing. And you just keep doing that till you find a trophy. I've got a full guide on the channel as well about multiplayer hopping. I think the video is called like, "This is the secret that gets YouTubers hundreds of diamonds," or something like that. I titled it something crazy like that. I can't remember at this point. It's been so long since I posted it. But that video kind of is a guide to server hopping. Garrett, thank you for the 11 months, dude. Really appreciate it. There we go. There's this little guy right here. Typical Scarecrow clickbait. I know, right? That type of clickbait that's actually true. See, what people don't know is there's a good type of clickbait and a bad type of clickbait. A good type of clickbait is where it tells the truth, but, you know, makes the wording of it super eye-catching, like hundreds of diamonds. This is the secret. You know, that type of stuff where it's true, but it's more eye-catching than just saying a guide to multiplayer hopping. I mean, it works. Exactly. It works. That's the thing about YouTube. You don't want to be so clickbaity that you're outright lying, because that's just a great way to break trust with people. But you want to have an eye-catching title that's like exciting, that invokes like a reaction from whoever is searching for the video. Which is why, you know, you don't want to name a video like "A Guide to Multiplayer Hopping in Call of the Wild," because that's not very eye-catching. It tells you what's in the video, but something like, "This is the secret that YouTubers use to get hundreds of diamonds." It's just more eye-catching. That's the secret to YouTube. I'm spilling all the secrets right now. To be honest, they're not really secrets. Everybody that like does YouTube kind of already knows that. Is there a good map for whitetail? Yes, there's a couple of maps that are quite good. Leighton Lakes is my personal favorite. A lot of people really like Revontuli. From what I've heard, though, Ski Ridge actually might be the third best whitetail map, potentially even better, because you really only have to look on the river and a few lakes. A Ski Ridge whitetail might actually be kind of good. Best map in your opinion? I would say a Ski Ridge is definitely my favorite currently. That's more of a personal preference thing, though. I don't know if everybody feels the same way, but personally, I really like a ski. Okay, so we for sure had these two here before, but I don't know. One of these seems new, but I don't want to shoot it until I know for sure if that's a respawn or if that's one that we were leaving, because we were leaving some 5s on this grind. Not a ton of them, but a few. $3,000 kills in, not even a diamond muley. What? If that's the case, you're doing something wrong. It's virtually impossible to go 3,000 kills without a diamond. You'd almost have to be purposely trying to not get diamonds to go 3,000 kills without a diamond. You'd have to be like reverse herd managing. Little Dash Boy, thank you for the 5 gifteds. Appreciated, dude. Congrats to Alabama Fly Fishing, Owen, Aiden, Taxagathi, and Raiden. Oh, Steam's back online. Yay. That's weird. It gave the same message when it went back online as it did when it went offline. Herd minimuming. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. You could call it herd minimuming, or you could call it reverse management. I know somebody who actually did try to like reverse herd manage. And from what I remember, I think it actually did work. She ended up getting like tons of tiny deer showing up. Why can't you see the multiplayer servers? Are you on console by chance? I mean, it could just be because Steam was down. If you're talking about like on Steam, Steam just went down and it just came back up. Like it was down for probably 10 minutes. So that would probably explain why there's no multiplayer servers. Didn't get number 3 very good. Okay, few shots later, we figured out the lead we needed. So we killed 3 there. 4. 5. Ooh, that was a neck shot on number 2 there. We've now killed 5. 6. 7. Hey, no. 7 down. 8, maybe? No. Don't turn, bro. Well, that guy might not die. I don't know. I mean, he probably will, but it's going to take a long time. Number 9. 9 kills. This zone's so good. It's so good. Such an incredible spot. And the awesome thing about Tiabaroa is a lot of the solos are pretty predictable. So we use these solos in our main grind, like as our main shooters. I was playing on Emerald Coast and had a troll red deer. Unfortunate, Thomas. Sorry to hear that, man. Diamond, max weight, let's go. 17 diamonds and 198 kills is crazy. Oh, did you do another one, Lil Dash Boy? Oh, you did. Thank you, Lil Dash Boy. Appreciate the 10 gifteds. And the gaming guy, thank you for the super chat as well. Apologies, I was delayed in responding to those. It's the dang red deer taking too much of my attention, man. There's just too many red deer to shoot. I get distracted. I saw blood over here, right? Okay, I guess the one that we just picked up was the one that left that blood. What level of mule deer do I keep it in herd manage to herd manage properly? You want to keep the low weight estimate level 2s and level 1s. So, for example, there's I think it's like 105 to 140 kgs weight estimate, and then there's a 140 to 175 kg estimate. You want to make sure that you only keep the lower estimate. Like, shoot the ones that have that higher estimate of 140 to 175 or whatever I said. Can't lie, watching Red Deer brings back so much nostalgia, especially on Tiabaroa. I took down my muleys to reset up on Fallow and got number 7 yesterday. Gave him to blue, but glad I reset them back up. Nice, Thunderman. Yeah, dude. I mean, this map has always been one of my favorites. It does bring back a lot of nostalgia. I mean, for me as well. Like, this is where I did my first ever herd management Great One grind. Was Tiabaroa for Red Deer. I have always really loved this map. I feel like it got way too much hate when it first released. It's always been like a top map for me. There's just something awesome about hunting in New Zealand. Just super fun. I think there's only one that we didn't claim, and it's that one that we just wounded. What's up, AI Warrior? How's it going? How much do memberships cost? Right now, Gifteds are 99 cents. And the lowest tier, if you're buying for yourself, is also 99 cents. So they're pretty cheap. We got a 6 right there. For the memberships, like the lowest tier, I made it as cheap as it would let me. Because I wanted everybody to be able to get a chance to be a member. People don't like Tay. Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't like Tiawaroa. There's a lot of people that don't. When it first came out, probably the first year of it being out, most people considered it like a bottom of the barrel map. And then over time, people started loving it more as Great One Grinding became more popular. Because it really is just such a good Great One Grinding map. But I love it outside of Great One Grinding too. I feel like the Sika Deer are incredibly cool. Just the map itself is beautiful. Ken, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. Really appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much. And Lil Dash Boy, thank you for the 20 gifted. Holy. Congrats to everybody getting those gifteds. Just tons of them. Holy. That's crazy. Really appreciate it, guys. Really appreciate it. Hey, Foreign, it's going good. Struggled with the wolves so much on my mule deer grind. Also, I just got my exterior zones to level 2. Took so long. I blame you for this. You got this, man. I believe. Love to see that you're getting the grind going along. Once you get it going, man, it's so fun. It takes a little bit of time, but at least it's not as bad as trying to manage down tar or fox. So that's what you can always look at to make yourself feel a little bit better. Sure, it may take a little bit of time to manage down like the solos and stuff like that for mule deer, but at least it's not managing fox or tar. Or pheasant solos. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, don't even get me started on the solo pheasants. All right, we have not been getting respawns here recently. I feel like that spot was always kind of like hit or miss. What's up, Mysterio? We got a few diamonds so far. That is it currently. Hopefully we'll get something else by the end of the day. 3 out of 6 of my Great One Mulers are corkscrew. Oh, no, man. I'm very happy that I've only had 1 corkscrew. I've had only 1 corkscrew and 0 heart rack, which, like, those are my 2 least favorite. So I am very happy that I've only got 1 corkscrew and no heart rack. Yo, what's up, Volt? How's it going? Oh, that doesn't surprise me, Kyle. Level 1 mule deer are incredibly tough to get. You definitely will see more diamonds than level 1s. That's pretty normal. Oh, no respawn there. Okay. What if we've got one down here? Oh, yeah, little Dash Boy. Hey, maybe one of these days, man. What's up, Blue? Do you have a croc grind guide on the channel? I don't know. I never really did a croc grind. I mean, it's pretty simple. Like, you just run up the coastline and through the mangroves and boom, just shoot every croc you see. That's what I do for crocs. Anytime that I'm hunting them, I just shoot every croc in sight, man. And then I leave the shoe aisle and come back to play some Call of the Wild. Any respawns here? No. None here. You're not funny. I thought that was kind of funny, Ronnie. Oh, man. I thought that was a semi-clever little joke. Nothing to shoot over here again. Plus, I really don't need to check this every run because it's just stragglers that show up here anyway. Kai the Short Kid, thank you for the super chat. How much cash you have? Well, we went down a little bit after the mule deer grinding. I'll have to look. We're at 26,450,000. I think that's what that says. Yeah, 26,450,000. I think we were up at 28 million before the mule deer grind started. But then we bought 10,300 rounds, which cost like $1 million. And then after that, we reset the time a bazillion times to get mule deer to show up to their zones, and mule deer really don't give that much money, so I was losing money on the mule deer grind. Ender! Thank you for the 20 gifted, dude. Appreciate it. How you doing, man? Going on about 3,000 kills on the mule deer. Do I just give up? No, I wouldn't give up, man. It could be just around the corner. If you need to, take a break, but I personally wouldn't give up. You've already put in 3,000 kills worth of effort. If you quit now, that would be all for a waste. Oh, you're shooting pheasants. Nice, Ender. Fantastic. Boom. Jivers, what's up, man? You're Scarecrow, not Clever Crow. And these jokes are indeed scary. Wow, dude. Wow. Holy Colby. Thank you for the super chat. The big 20. Holy. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate that. I think that might put you atop of the leaderboard for the stream. That might put you #1 on the leaderboard for XP. Another dime. Got a lot of big boys, and that's a troll there. Sheesh. Big males everywhere. Because I'd have to go through and manually add all of them, Volt. And I don't think I have a lady command on my channel anyway. I don't really have commands that link to, like, other YouTubers. I just, like, tell people to go check out their channels, you know? I know, like, so many different creators. I'd have to make a million different commands that I just haven't made any of them. Usually one of the moderators just grabs a link if we want to link to somebody. What the heck, bro? Die already, gosh. Dude, you just ate 300 rounds and aren't going down. What the heck? Well, we hit 6. I don't think they're all going to die, though. I think 5 of them will die. Kent, holy, thank you for the super chat. Do you have an updated pheasant guide? Yes, I believe so. It's a very basic guide, but it's basically all the info you need to know how to get into the grind for them. Little Dash Boy, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Yes, donating does give you XP for the leaderboard. They added that like a week or 2 ago. I think it's been like 2 weeks since they added that. Oh, that's a different command, Volt. That's for the video I posted. It links my video. That command does a link for the video that me and Lady did. That's like a guide to for any Great One grind or whatever. All right, let's go grab this 9, and then I think because we missed so many shots, we're gonna main menu and then shoot the rest of them before we continue the run, so that we can keep the respawns going nicely. There's our dime. Oh, he's not a dime. You disgust me, sir. You know what? Puh. Puh. Disgusting creature. Ew. Ew. See, Taylor, thank you for the membership, dude. Really appreciate it. Welcome back, man. Yeah, Crow, you get that corpse. It was mean to me, man. It was mean to me, okay? Nobody trolls Scarecrow like that. Actually, that's a lie. You guys troll me all the time, so... Didn't think that rat could troll. It can on very rare occasions. The thing is, something people don't know, or a lot of people don't know, is that that rat right there actually has two different variations, a low-scoring one and a high-scoring one, and they're actually two different racks. There's like slight differences in the tines and like the mass on the antlers. That was the small rack version of the big rack. It's really funny. The small rack and the big rack look the same. Ew, troll. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, what the heck is this, man? Phantom, thank you for the membership, dude. Welcome. Red deer need more diamond racks. I agree. There's a lot of species that do need more diamond racks, man. There's a lot of them. What's your hopes for the next gun pack? More semi-automatics or really high calibers. Big calibers or semi-autos. That's what I want. I was a big fan of the Rapid Hunt Rifle pack. I think we need more semi-autos. Mule deer need new diamond racks. Or at least like a revamp to some of the uglier ones. Because some of them just look really ugly. To be honest, all they really need to do with the diamond mule deer racks is just change the shape of them. A lot of them go like straight out to the sides way too much. In like an unrealistic fashion. Like, that's the biggest problem with them, is that the tip-to-tip spread's just too crazy. It's like mule deer racks don't point straight out to the side. They need to be like... what's the best way to describe it? The back tines need to be more, like, spread apart more, and the front tines need to be closer. That's what the diamond racks need. Like, you essentially just want to rotate the antlers, like, what, 40 or 50 degrees? And then, boom, it'll be perfect. More up? No, not up. You basically just need to take the antler and rotate it a little bit on a lot of those racks. And then it would look fine. There is a couple racks that look really nice, though. Where did he die? Where'd he go, though? Hunter, show me the way. Oh, he went over here? Jeez, he ran far, man. More curve on the main beams? Pretty much, yeah. More curve on the main beams for sure. And I feel like, one of these days, I just need to, like, take a top-down view of them, right? Like, take a top-down view picture and just, like, Photoshop the antlers to be in, like, the right shape to kind of explain what I'm talking about. Actually, let me see if I can pull a stock photo of a mule deer right now. Of like a real life one. Let me see if I can pull a stock photo, guys. Because like there's a certain angle mule deer antlers sit on the head. And it's like the diamonds, they just have really odd shape. There. This will be a good one to show you guys. This will be a good one to show you. Give me 2 seconds and I'll pop it into the image thing right here. All right, guys. That's the wrong one. You see that? That's what a real mule deer looks like. And now in this other one, let me put a Call the Wild mule deer there. And we're just talking about the diamonds right now. Where's a good example? This is a good example. You see how it's just like too wide? Like the back tines on this guy are way more spread apart and the front ones are closer than what it is for this. See what I mean? It's just like the whole like angle of the antlers is just off on a lot of the diamond mule deer. Now, could a mule deer look like that? Of course it could. But it's not going to be like your average big buck, you know? Yes, the troll rack actually is really nice looking. The troll rack is probably one of the best looking ones. And it does occasionally make diamonds, so... don't mule deer drink until 10? I think they do. So I should have been going to 9 o'clock. Not 8 o'clock. Yeah. Mule deer drink until 10. No. I'm talking about red deer. There's a 5. Boop. Smoked. Where'd he go? There he is. Didn't go anywhere, actually. Oh, no, Reel and Ride. How'd that happen, man? Oh, yeah, we are almost at 5,400 diamonds. We're getting there. We're getting there, man. Wait, did I accidentally... Did I mess up? Why isn't it showing viewer counts anymore? Did I break it? Did I break it, man? Did I break it? When did it disappear, guys? What the heck? The little viewer count widget that I have on screen just disappeared. What the heck, man? Let me try putting it back up. When did it disappear? There it is. That was weird. Just disappeared when we were messing around with the screenshots. Classic Crow breaking everything. Yeah, pretty much. I don't even know like when it disappeared because I was too focused on the screenshots. Oh, what the heck, dude? A diamond right here. I think we smoked him too. No? That looked good, right, chat? And don't lie to me. Oh, it's spine. It's whatever. Big boy down regardless. So technically, that's diamond 5400. Let's go. Also, Volt. G-Man redeemed a self timeout. So if you want to time out G-Man, he redeemed the self timeout on Twitch. It's Red Deer. They're freaking tanks. They're not that much of a tank, though. I definitely spined it. I definitely spined it. Yeah, I know I was zeroed for 150. It wasn't close enough for that to be a problem, though. There's not enough, like, difference with a 30-06 between 75 and 150 zeroing distance for it to actually matter. Oh my gosh. Austin with the 50 gifteds. Holy crap. Congrats to everybody that gets one of those. Thank you so much, Austin. Absolute freaking legend. That's crazy. Thank you so much, man. That is insane. Absolute legend. Holy crap. Got my first great one the other day. Nice, Jimmy. That's awesome. There's our deer. There's our little deerio. Pip, pip, deerio. What's up, Gagey boy? Hey, Melanistic Hunter. Yep, that would have been a diamond, so onto the diamond counter. We screwed up diamond 5400. At least it wasn't diamond 6000 or something, you know. What's my favorite music genre? I pretty much exclusively listen to rap. I don't really listen to anything outside of it. But I listen to a lot of subgenres. So I listen to some, like, crazy stuff. I don't believe so, Gagey. Doesn't seem like it, at least. You'd have a badge next to your name if you did. Still no Johnny. I know, right? How did Johnny not get one? Poor Johnny. Johnny can't catch. Johnny can't catch. Holy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're all on that side, though. I'm going to reset the time so they hopefully spread out a bit more. That's going to make it easier to kill them all. Man, they really like the right side of the area. That's a wonk. It's a wonky donkey. Yeah, we were talking about YouTube gifted memberships, not Twitch subscriptions. Nice, we got 3. Beautiful. Beautiful, I tell you. Okay, I'm going to try something. We just killed 3. Maybe if I reset the time, they'll spread out again. And then I can shoot a couple more. No, I didn't really listen to too much King Von. I've got a few songs saved, but not a lot of them. That's number 4. Oh my gosh, he pushed him out of the way. Holy. What a shot. I think we killed... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we shot 8. I think it was 8 of them. I think we got 8. Holy, was there more gifteds? Did I miss gifteds? Little Dash Boy with 20 more gifteds. Holy. Let's go. Thank you so much, Little Dash Boy. Congrats to everybody that got one. There we go. We do deer hunting camp video now that they added a new update. Maybe. I bought the game like 2 weeks ago. I just haven't played it yet. Yeah, Blue. True. Twitch, you can change your like chat color. Or your chat name color, I mean. Unlikely, Delta Tom. Where is the level 9? Did I miss him, chat? I think I might have. I might have missed that level 9. I don't remember where he was. Gotta be somewhere. What's up, Nate? I'm doing that Red Deer stream you wanted, man. This is all for you, Nate. Oh, there we go. That's not a 9, though. Well, where the heck is our 9? What the heck, man? Why are you swimming, Hunter? That makes no sense, little bro. You picked him up? Was he a diamond? Oh, he was. Dude, I was reading chat, and I didn't even notice that we picked up the diamond. So if anybody says I don't read chat, show them this. I missed a diamond because I was reading chat. Boom. There we go. Think that's all. Yeah, should be all. All right, we're going to do a main menu one more time and try to kill off the last few that are here. I think that's going to be the strategy for now. Is try to, like, just keep resetting till we've killed everything that's in this zone. And then we go shoot the ones in the other zones. Lots of diamonds, Cohen. I know, right, Volt? How many are left even? Kent, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. What's up, random deer guy? What's up, Miguel? All right. 4 more to go, and then I think we will have killed every single deer at this zone. 4 down. Let's go. I'd forgot how fun red deer are. These guys are way too fun. Just an absurd amount of fun. I'm doing good, Alpha Ghost. What's a good map besides Salzwiesen for pheasant grind? I want to save it for fox grind. Gosh, I don't know. I would say, believe it or not, probably Hirschfelden. The rare occasion where I say Hirschfelden is probably the best for a grind. No, Quattro's not number 2 though, Ender, because they're in those thick fields all the time. Like, most people don't want to have to hunt pheasants that are buried inside of the fields of like potatoes and those flowers and stuff. Like, they're so tough. Rancho, true. Rancho actually might be the second best. I can't remember the range for pheasants on Rancho. But yeah, I don't think Quattro's number 2 personally. It's either Rancho or Hirsch. Hirsch has a lot of open zones, although you do have to find quite a few of them. But Rancho, I think, has a tighter range, so you don't have to search as many places. I mean, regardless, any map that you go to that isn't Sal's is going to be dramatically more difficult for pheasant. Like, it's a pretty insane difference between the best and second best pheasant map. Sal's is just set up so well for grinds. Did you guys imagine if Salzwiesen Park had something like fallow deer? It would be like the easiest fallow grind in the world, probably. Yeah, but that's just one person, Ender. Blager is one of the only people that I've heard say that they like Quattro as the second best pheasant map. Actually, I think from what I remember, he was saying in my chat that he thinks it's the best. I really don't think Quattro is the second best, though. I mean, there's just so much thick brush to deal with in a lot of the zones. I'd have a hard time choosing that as number 2 if you gotta, like, look through thick brush just to even see the zone. Finally, some showed up here, dude. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's a lot of personal preference stuff too, you know? Like, I really love Layton for whitetail, and some people hate it. Silver Ridge? Silver Ridge doesn't have pheasants, so no. There isn't that many pheasants on a ski, I don't think. I thought the range was huge on a ski. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought the range was pretty big for them. Could somebody in chat, like, confirm whether or not a ski ridge is good for pheasant or not? I don't really know too much about it. True, Ender, they should. They definitely should. Yeah, the reason that I consider Layton the best whitetail map, though, is it Starn or Stern? I can never tell when there's an X replacing a letter. But the reason that I consider Layton the best is you only have to search half the map. So while it does have a lot of, like, small lakes to check, and there's the big river, obviously, and also the Balmont Swamp area, the one thing that it's got going for it is you only got to search half the map. And so it ends up being the same amount of water, pretty much, as Revontuli. But Revontuli, you got to go through a whole lot more locations to find all your zones, because there's a bunch of big lakes, there's a bunch of small lakes. Like, personally, I do think that Layton is better for the whitetail. Most of the people that have grinded there agree. Unless they just got really unlucky with bad zones. Those are the only times I've really heard anybody say that they think it's, like, terrible. It's definitely not personal bias, Volt. I always take the easiest route possible on great ones, so I always go with the easiest maps. Which is why I grind Whitetail on Layton and gave up on grinding them on Rev twice. Rev just wasn't good for me. I tried to get into it on this account, and then I also tried it for the Great One Before Level 60 challenge, and I didn't like it either time. It's just got way too much, like, water to cover. And way too much map. Like, the map that... It's like, what? 3/4 of the map has Whitetail? Like, really, the only place that doesn't is, like, the very bottom. It's just so much ground you gotta cover. You missed a super chat? Did I? Ken, thank you for the super chat. Best map to grind moose? Definitely Layton. It has the lowest population of moose, and if you're herd managing, the lowest population is always going to be like the fastest to manage. And again, with moose on Layton, you only have to search half the map. Whereas I think every single other map that has moose, you got to search the whole thing. What's the best map for red deer? Tiawaroa by far. It's like miles above every other map. Emerald Coast wasn't terrible. I didn't hate Emerald Coast for red deer, but it was nowhere near as easy as Tiawaroa. This map is just on top for red deer and for fallow. Big male. All right, let's take him down. We're going to do the little trick. Thank you for turning, buddy. What about moose on Rev for great one? Moose can drink at every single inch of water on Rev on Thule. So it's not great if you're trying to herd manage. If you're just trying to grind without herd management, it's pretty good, though. I would say that it's my second favorite for moose. Although, from what I'm seeing, it kind of looks like a ski might end up being the second best. I've never hunted a ski ridge for moose, though, so I can't say for certain, but they're only on, like, the river and I think, like, half the lakes. So there actually is a lower amount of water you got to check than on Rev or Medved or New England or Yukon. So I think a ski might be the second best. But back to what I was saying about Rev for moose. If you don't want to herd manage and you just want to shoot all the males, you can hunt the top half of Rev on Thule and get really good results. I got a couple of great one moose on Rev, just like blasting all the males at the top part of the map. Should I do whitetail and moose on Layton? If you want to, man, that's what I have going. I've got a moose setup and a whitetail setup on there. And I've had a lot of fun with it. I've had much better luck than other maps for those species. Fishmaster, thank you for the super chat, dude. Appreciate it. Yukon trolled me twice with a moose. Yukon is kind of tough for moose. Although I don't know why I replied with that, because that's unrelated to animals trolling. But yeah, moose troll a decent bit. They really do. I feel like half of my level 5s, maybe even more, are trolls for moose. What's up, Tyler? We've had some decent luck. Lots of diamonds, no rares, no great ones. Three and a 4 and a 5 and a 6 and a 7. That's it. 7. They really want to respawn on this right side of the zone. Like, they just love this spot right now. Dang it, he's gonna spook. We killed 4 already, though. Oh! Out of render. Okay, so 5 will die 100%. All of those that we shot are dying. And 7. 7 down, man. That is beautiful. That's exactly what we want to see. You have a diamond albino jackrabbit? No, I don't. I just have a regular albino. No diamond albino jackrabbit for me. How much longer will I stream? Another, like, 40 minutes or so, because at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, exactly 48 minutes from now, I have to go over to the second channel and do the Trophy Tuesday stream. We're going to be playing Prop Hunter. Potentially other games if Jiver's laptop can't run Prop Hunter. But we're going to be playing some, like, fun games over on the second channel, like some party type games with the gang. Should be a fun time. It's undecided. Yeah, exactly, Johnny. That's why I said Prop Hunter, but if it doesn't work out for Jivers, we're swapping to something else. $204. Now we got this guy and the one that ran away. Oh, speaking of him, there he is. He actually died somewhat close. That's nice. They're trying to change. No attempt to play Prop Hunter at all. Oh, my lord. So I got to change my thumbnail and everything again. I wish we'd decide these things more than like an hour or two before. Yeah, Chunky Milk. I changed the name of that channel, though. It's no longer Scarecrow Uncut. A few months ago, we changed it to Scarecrow Uncensored because it more accurately says what the channel is. All right, later, random deer guy. More like Nate Uncensored, pretty much. The joys of being a streamer. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What's the saying for when, like, a problem's not really that big, but you make it out to be a big problem? What do they call it? Like, first world problems or something like that? Is that the saying? Where it's like, you should be grateful that's the only problems you're dealing with right now. Is that the saying that I'm thinking of? I think it is. Smoked. Absolutely smoked. Mount out of Molehill. No, that's not the one. Definitely not the one. I think it's the one that I just said. It is? Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. First world problems, man. I feel like that's the saying, but it doesn't sound right to me. I'm sure that's the one, though. Let me just Google it. Google will tell me. What does it say? Oh, yeah. I used it right. It says a relatively trivial or minor problem or frustration, implying a contrast with serious problems, such as those that may be experienced in a developing world. So, yeah, it's essentially like essentially saying like, these are just tiny, minute problems that are being blown out of proportion, essentially, because people in other parts of the world deal with way more on a regular basis. It's like, dang, I gotta change my YouTube title and thumbnail. First world problems, man. That's basically what it means. Nothing to shoot there, eh? That's a rare. Kind of rare, man. Why is there so much Hirschfelden hate? Because it is the most lackluster map and most difficult map to hunt in the game. A lot of people don't like it because it's incredibly brushy, making it very difficult to hunt. And it really doesn't have much unique species anymore because most of them have been added to other maps where the hunting's just better for them. So a lot of people don't really go to Hirsch too much unless they just love how pretty it is. Because it's a beautiful map. It just doesn't really have much to offer anymore aside from being pretty. I think the only species left on there is Eurobison that's a unique species. Everything else has been reused on other maps. And it was just done better on the other maps. Part of that is just because it is one of the original maps, so it was their first attempt at a map, right? And newer maps are obviously going to be more polished, and they've learned more about what people like and stuff over time. Honestly, I'm surprised that Layton Lake still has a bunch of unique species that haven't been reused. I would have thought that they would have reused them on other maps by now, like black-tailed deer, Roosevelt elk for sure. And aren't the jackrabbits also only on Layton? It's still got a decent amount of species that aren't on other maps. Kind of cool, honestly. By better, you mean easy? No, I mean better. I mean better. Better isn't just being easier. It's also just people love those maps more. They're more beloved maps. I rarely hear Hirschfelden get brought up as a top 5 map by anybody. It's like a very small amount of people that think that it's a top map. So by better maps, I do mean better maps. But again, just my opinion. Don't let what I say skew what you think. I don't even see their messages, Arthur. I don't see their messages. Which means they're probably being filtered out for me. If somebody's annoying you in chat, just hide them. Like, you can click on somebody's name in chat and click block, and it will make it so you never see their messages again. I do this in other people's chats whenever there's somebody that's really annoying. I just block them. Because then you don't see their messages anymore. So if somebody's annoying you in chat and they haven't been like banned and you want them to be banned, you can block them. Believe me, it comes in handy. Because sometimes when you're watching a stream, there's like people that aren't really like doing anything against the rules, but you just don't want to see their messages. I've done that a few times in the Monster Jam chats because my gosh, the kids in there are so annoying. The Monster Jam live chats are ridiculously annoying. I swear I have to block like 5 people every single time so I don't see their spam. Why are they only spawning on this side now? Maybe I've got too much hunting pressure built up. I mean, it makes sense. It's like the only zone I'm shooting them at regularly right now. No, Cole, we're not talking about you, man. I'm talking about somebody in YouTube chat that was getting annoyed at what somebody else was saying. And I was just letting them know that there is a block feature on YouTube. And it's very handy. Holy, did we just smoke 3 out of that group? Let's go. Nice, we got 5 of them. All right, later, Dylan. Thanks for dropping in, man. Yeah, coyotes do need a rework, like, badly. They badly need a rework. What are some rares you don't have yet? Most of the new species from the last, like, 2 or 3 maps. It's hard to name off every single one of them. There's a lot of them. Is it called Wild becoming boring, or kind of boring if you hunt the same trophy like a red deer great one? No. There's a whole lot more that goes into like something becoming boring. Like, it's more of a personal thing if something gets boring to you, right? It means that you've essentially exhausted all the enjoyment out of it. But me, I still have trophies that I want for red deer, and I just have fun shooting red deer, so it doesn't get boring for me. Going for the same thing doesn't make it boring for me. Personally. Everybody's like, everybody functions differently when it comes to like getting bored with things. But for me, I don't get bored like grinding for the same great ones over and over again. And I think a lot of that has to do with the true rack system that they've got. What's the word? I almost said developed, but that's the wrong word. The true rack system they have implemented with all antlered game, it makes it a lot more interesting to me because there's a lot of variety. Like right now, I'm still trying to get a super rare melanistic, and I also want to get a 280 plus great one red deer because they are almost impossible to find. So even though I've got every rack for red deer, I still don't have a big rack that scores over 280. And I still don't have a diamond melanistic red deer either. And red deer are just incredibly enjoyable for me. Like, I could just shoot them all day. Just something fun about blasting red deer after red deer. I think it's because you can shoot so many of them in like such a small area. It's just really fun. Yeah, Liam. True. That would be a good implementation of the term, CERN. An example of a first world problem would be getting bored of your video game. Because it's like, hey, some parts of the world don't even get to play video games, man. There's some people that have probably never seen a video game in their life. Hey, what the heck? Another one to shoot? Dude, there was 3 respawns here. Wait, 4? No, there's no way. That's got to be the one that I shot, right? No, though. It couldn't be because there was already hunting pressure for 2. There was 4 respawns here? That's not super common for me. Usually I get 2 here max. What great one? We're talking about the red deer. Red deer's always been one of my favorites. I've always had a lot of fun with red deer. Helps when you get paid to grind. I wouldn't say necessarily, Ronnie, because I still refuse to grind fox because they're not fun. It still has to be fun for me to do it. Oh, nice, Owen. That's the combo I really want. What the heck, man? All these little red deer running from me. They're terrified that they're going to get shot next. Not realizing they're level 4s and I don't care about them. Nothing there. The classic rack does look crazy for the mule deer. Like, the classic rack is wild. Scarecrow, how are you? So good. Almost 8,000 hours of playing on this account. That's how. A lot of playtime, man. You can become good at any game if you put enough time into it. And it also helps to fine-tune your settings when it comes to, like, a DPI on your mouse, sensitivity in-game, things like that. That helps out a lot, too. If you go back to some of my earlier, like, videos on the channel, though, I was nowhere nearly as good at, like, quick follow-up shots as I am today. Because back then, when I first started doing YouTube, I think I only had, like, a couple thousand hours of playtime, like maybe 2,000 or 3,000. And now I've got almost 8,000, so just on this account. Not even to mention the probably close to 1,000 hours, maybe even over 1,000 hours on all of my challenge accounts. Yes, SB69. I'd consider him probably my favorite rapper. Oh, really, Ronnie? You liked the high-pitched, low-quality Scarecrow from a few years ago better than the high-quality mic one? Wow, touch grass. Hey, man, it's my job, dude. I can't just stop. That'd be like just walking out of the office and never going back in. I really only play, like, not even play, just like doing content stuff in general. I really only do for like 5 to 8 hours a day on average. 12 to 15 on like update months. Rest of the time, I'm just hanging out around the house and doing stuff around town and stuff. It's always been really interesting to me how people think that, I mean, I guess I don't blame people for thinking this way. Because to a lot of people, you know, video games are just that. They're like video games for fun. But since I do content creation, you essentially just replace any time that I'd be spending doing like any job with the streaming, editing, recording. And that's just my normal like everyday work for me. I spend just as much time like outside and doing stuff around the house as anybody else. The only difference is I got incredibly lucky and get to play video games for a living. And it's all thanks to you guys. You guys are the whole reason that this is even a thing for me. If you guys hadn't decided you wanted to watch my content, I'd probably be doing something else for work right now. But thanks to you guys, I could get to do what I love every day. And I am insanely grateful for it. Y'all are absolute legends. Y'all are the real heroes here, man. Giving me the opportunity to even do this. Do a day in the life of Scarecrow video. Probably not going to happen because I do like my IRL privacy. I don't really like showing the area that I'm in. No respawns. What? Appreciate that, guys. Appreciate that. I'm telling you, I just... This was a dream of mine ever since I was 14 years old. When I was 14 and I first found out that, like, people could actually make a living off of YouTube, I was like, dude, that'd be the sickest job in the whole world. Like back when I was 14, I was like, dude, I want to be PewDiePie. I want to be PewDiePie and get to just like scream at a camera all day. Never in a million years did I actually think that I'd actually be able to do that. What was your favorite YouTuber as a kid? Like I just mentioned, it started out as PewDiePie. He was my favorite when I was like 14, 15, 16 years old. And then as I got older, it kind of shifted to more like commentary-based channels, like Moist Critical, etc. And like fishing channels and stuff like that. I've gone through a lot of different phases of like what I was into when it comes to YouTube stuff. But yeah, it started out with PewDiePie. PewDiePie was like my favorite YouTuber when I was 14. And was the whole inspiration for me starting a YouTube channel in the first place. I actually, believe it or not, I started this channel back when I was 14, guys. Which is literally 13 years ago at this point. But I never really like took it seriously until 2020. And that was mainly just because of the pandemic. Making it so that I couldn't really do anything outside because of all the lockdowns and stuff. So I just started doing YouTube again. I was like, you know what? I have no excuses to not like try to do daily uploads. And so I started doing daily streams, daily uploads, sometimes uploading 2 videos a day. They were much lower quality than what they are now, but I just started doing that and reporting on the news anytime like new updates or like hints to new updates were coming out. Like it was such a like random thing, man. Like I never thought that it would become anything. But man, it was fun. I had a blast. Like I was so excited back when I first started streaming on Twitch in 2020 and I was doing daily Call of the Wild stuff. And like, I was streaming for I think like 5 viewers at the time. And dude, I was just so excited that anybody wanted to watch me play a game and like, actually like enjoyed and got entertained from me playing video games. Like, that was just like so cool to me. And it still blows my mind. And is like just so incredible. I'm telling you, if you guys have ever considered wanting to do streaming, I highly recommend you give it a shot. If you've been thinking about it, give it a shot because, oh, big mail. Because even just streaming for 5, 10, 15 viewers, it's exciting, man. Like it makes you just want to keep going. It makes you want to keep streaming. Like with YouTube, especially for me, it's never been about like, oh, getting as many views as you possibly can. Like it started out with just wanting to share my content with people. And then it turned into something more. And that's how it starts for a lot of people, is just wanting to share your content. And then if people like the type of content you make and, you know, you're super friendly to them and they can tell that you enjoy what you're doing, like a lot of times you'll get a following. That's kind of how it worked out for me. I just was being myself. Well, as much of myself as I could be. Back in the early days of the channel, I couldn't yell because I lived in an apartment. So I couldn't be my normal, like, loud self. Because if for people that know me in real life, they know that I talk so freaking loud. I have a loud voice naturally. I'm not trying to be loud. I just talk loud in general. I get excited easily. Like, so for the first few years, I really couldn't be fully myself because I lived in an apartment and I had to be quiet or else the neighbor would call the cops on us. It was terrible. But nowadays, I can just be myself and just have fun with it. And you guys have probably noticed, if you've been around the channel for a while, you probably noticed the like crazy difference between the early days of the channel and nowadays. Us? Yeah, me and my wife and family and stuff, you know. Because back when I was living in the apartment, well, at the time, me and my wife were not married yet. It was me, her, and then her brothers. We were like splitting rent and stuff in the early days back in 2020 when I first started the channel. And then as time got on, we obviously we got married. We had our daughter. And so at that point we needed like our own space and a larger place to live in. And so we moved on to a bigger place, started living on our own. And now it's been like that for the last few years, like 2-3 years, something like that. Gosh, man. Just so insane to look back on everything. How much things have changed over the years. You never knew I had a kid? Yeah, I've got a daughter. She's 4 years old now. I have a full playlist of all collabs, Volt. I think it's just called the collabs playlist. I think it's literally just called collabs. But yeah, any collabs that I've done with Rooster, KG, or Flinter, or, you know, anybody else, they're going to be in that collabs playlist. The only collabs I don't really throw in there are like the streams and videos that I do with like Caitlin and Nate, because we've done so many of them that it just seemed like, you know, normal just playing with friends. So I didn't put a lot of the earlier collabs with like Nate and Brobra and Caitlin, etc., CJO. Wait, did I shoot it back here? Oh, I definitely did. Dude, I'm getting so distracted just chatting with you guys that I'm forgetting to look for the freaking deer I shot. What is wrong with me? What gun do I use in game? So it depends. If I'm trying to get full score on the red deer, I'm going to use the Hansen 30-06. If I just want to shoot the non-diamonds and get them down as fast as possible, I use the 300 AR. Wait. Oh my gosh, you got a great one, Fox Andrew. Holy. Let's freaking go, dude. That's what we love to see. Boom. Alrighty. Let's go down to this zone right here. What's up, turtle? Yeah, poor Johnny. And no, Johnny, don't do it. Don't do it. All right, let's check this zone one more time. I got to be wrapping up the stream very, very soon. But like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be streaming in 20 minutes on my second channel. For those that may be new, it is not a family-friendly channel like this one. So be warned if you watch that stream. But we're going to be streaming over there in 20 minutes from now. We're going to be playing... I don't even know at this point. I don't know what game we're going to be playing. Either Prop Hunter, Golf It, Shell Shock, or something similar. Going to be playing with the homies. I'm going to send you guys over to the channel via redirect. So the second this stream ends, it's just going to send you guys over. CM, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Quarantine ruined a lot of vlog YouTubers. Ooh, yeah, I could see that definitely. Because like, if you're kind of like, your whole channel's based off of like traveling or something like that, and like showcasing your travels, then yeah, I could see that being quite bad. It was a rough time, man. 2020, 2021 was kind of a rough time for some YouTubers, and it was also a really good time for people that were just getting started like myself. it's like if you were a gaming YouTuber, it was like the best time of your life. But if you were an IRL YouTuber, it was a struggle for sure. Definitely a struggle. Oh, nice, Epic Lake. No respawns. Oh, well. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. We're going to end it there. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. I'm going to send you guys over to my second channel for the stream that's going to be starting in 18 minutes. I don't know what it's going to be at this point, Prop Hunter or one of the others. Who knows? But I'll see you guys then. Actually, wait, did it? Can I even send you guys over to it? I don't think I can because I accidentally went live on that channel instead of the main channel. Let me set up the next stream on there real quick because I think I have to set it up and then redirect you guys. So bear with me for like 2-3 minutes while I set this up. Let me triple check what game everybody decided on because at this point I don't even know, bro. What are we even doing at this point? Johnny, can you update me on what game we're even playing? Oh no, David. Well, David, we're going to be streaming on the second channel in 17 minutes. And yeah, those streams are more wild, so you'll probably enjoy it even more. Anyway, we're going to end the Twitch stream right now while I'm getting the YouTube one ready. I'll see you later, Twitch. And now for YouTube, give me 2 seconds. Bear with me. Waiting to see what game we're playing. It looks like Johnny doesn't even know. Did Dre or Nate or anybody schedule a stream that shows what game we're playing? Because it was going to be Prop Hunter, but apparently that's changed. So now I got to change everything. I don't see any scheduled streams yet. Man. Well, chat, I'm going to send you to whatever stream I schedule it to real quick. I'll just put it to Shell Shock, and then I'll change the title whenever we actually decide what it's going to be. But we'll get this going just so I can send you guys over, and then we'll change the thumbnail and stuff if needed. Let's schedule for 5 p.m. And now I should be able to select this as a redirect. And then I can send you guys over to it. Appreciate all of you. There we go. Okay, it's set up. I just set it to Shell Shock. That's not necessarily the game we will be playing. It's going to depend on what gets decided, since it seems we haven't fully decided yet. But I'll see you guys later. Peace, peace. Later, chat. Appreciate you all.